Senator Bernie Sanders. He called out the Democratic Party. He was angry. He said Democrats have abandoned working class people. They didn't focus on jobs. They didn't focus on pay. Is Sanders right here?
Well, I wish the Democrats would stop blaming each other. We're always the chaos party, but I wish they would stop blaming each other. When I was growing up, my mother said, you can't bring a complaint to the kitchen table unless you got a solution. They need to be focusing on solutions. I don't think the Democrats have abandoned the working party. This is the most pro-union party or administration probably in the history of the country. I think what he's really talking about is whether we're talking to working class people the right way. Are we overlooking them? Are we talking to them about inflation, gas prices, food prices, immigration, those issues, as opposed to abortion and democracy? I think that's the one thing the Democrats miss. We talked about all of those issues, but we really emphasized defining Trump and his chaos and corruption and criminality. We really talked about democracy in January 6th. But what seems to be missed was everything that was really important to the average working man and woman and families had to be the economy. And until you could say, I feel your pain on the inflation, I feel your pain on these prices, and not only do I feel them, but we're going to fix them, and this is how we're going to do it. Follow me, believe me. I don't think we did enough of that. And of course, then there's sexism and racism still in America, and that certainly played a part as well.
Well, 13%, speaking of, 13% of black voters voted for Trump this election cycle. That's according to CNN exit polls. That is up 5% from 2020. Do you think that was also due to the economy, Scott?
Arguably, but the reality, I'm not going to argue against that. But I must tell you that sexism knows no color, or any particular group. There is a swath of voters, and I've said this repeatedly, black, white, yellow, or brown, who simply don't believe that a woman should be president because she either may be taken advantage of or she's not strong enough and what have you. And that's a reflection of America, not who America wants to be, but really who they are. And that's a tough pill to swallow for many Democrats who believe in the best of America, who believe we've moved past that, who believe we got the better argument, and especially compared to Donald Trump, who politically doesn't have the character or personality to lead, at least not in our view of what the presidency should be. We miscalculated that, but maybe America really is still that in many ways, as opposed to who we tell ourselves we are. That's what really needs to be studied by not only Democrats, but Republicans, because the reelection of Donald Trump puts us in a dark tunnel. Many of us who value personality and character and have a view of America as to what we think it is, as opposed to kind of what the reality is, what it really is. And we have those dark passages, if you will, still, vestiges of racism, sexism, xenophobia, and other negative characteristics. We got to own that, and we got to fix that in this country.
Do you think Kamala Harris could have done more to distance herself from Biden? I know hindsight is 2020, but do you think she could have done more?
Yeah, I think she ran an awesome campaign for 107 days. Could she have done more to distance herself? Yeah, remember, she's still the vice president, so it was a tight rope. I do think that one question on The View from my friend Sunny Hostin and her response that was played over and over and over again, inextricably and long-term linked her to Bidenomics, Biden administration, and which is why she was the nominee as opposed to Biden. I would have preferred a better answer, if you will. I would have preferred her to say, we waited too long on immigration. We didn't fix immigration. We know more now. I'm going to be more aggressive on immigration. I'm going to be more aggressive on inflation, price gouging, but even more, actually. I'm going to go to the grocery store with a working class family. I'm going to look at these prices, and I'm going to show empathy, not for the statistics that say the economy is great, but for empathy for those working class families, black or white, or brown, and say, my goodness gracious, I'm gonna sit at somebody's kitchen table and say this meal cost $100 when it costs $50 for a family of 3 or 4.
Sure.
I think that would have been a better response and a better approach. I don't think we did enough on the economy. And then you've got Donald Trump, who has one-liners, if you will. Only I can fix it. This should never have happened, so forth and so on. That's nonsensical. But he owns it now. He's going to be the president. Let's see what he does. America, you voted for him. You own him now.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.